Hello everybody, I'm Numerologist Michelle Buchanan, author of the Numerology Guidebook, Hay House Basics Numerology, and the Numerology Guidance Oracle Cards and app. And I would like to tell you all about your numerology forecast for 2017 so you have an idea of what's in store. Let me show you first of all how to calculate your personal year number. What you're going to do is you're going to add the day and month of your birth date to 2017. Let's say, for example, you were born on the 4th of April. You would go 4 plus 4 plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 7. Now that adds up to 18. And the rule of thumb in calculating your personal year number is to keep adding any double-digit numbers together until you end up with a single-digit personal year number between 1 and 9. In our example for birth date the 4th of April, that adds up to 18. So we would then add the 1 and 8 together to get a 9 personal year number. So let me start by giving you the forecast for each of the 9 different personal year numbers so you have an idea of what's coming, how to prepare yourself, how to make the most of that year, and what may challenge you, and so you're prepared for it so you can start working towards overcoming some of those challenges. So personal year number 1, this is the first of the 9-year personal years, and this is all about new beginnings, new opportunities. So you're going to have a whole fresh start this year. Life has given you a clean slate. You may be more energized and more ready to take the world by storm. So this is definitely a year to be proactive, to make things happen, to look for new opportunities, to create a new beginning, and to let go of whatever isn't working anymore and be optimistic, courageous, and motivated about creating something better and something new. Personal year number 2. Well, this is a little bit different from personal year number 1. This is often a year where you need to sort of work on and sort of build and expand what you worked on the year before. Your personal year 1 was last year in 2016. And so the 2 year is asking you to just let go and let God, if you like. It's all about divine order and timing and being patient. It's all about going within, working on the finer details behind the scenes, obtaining balance in every area of your life. That may mean mental balance. In other words, working on those negative limiting beliefs and obtaining a healthy, balanced mindset. It may be working on your emotional balance. What can often happen in a 2 year is our repressed emotions can come up, or we can feel overly emotional, and it's to work out where those emotions come from, release what we don't need anymore, and create a more solid emotional and mental and physical foundation. It's a great year though to enhance your intuition and your psychic abilities. You're definitely going to want to listen to that gut instinct this year. You're going to be right on the money, but you may also be a little bit sensitive, especially sensitive to criticism, so be aware of that and try not to overreact. Great year for singles looking for love. So if you're single and looking for someone special, be positive and believe that love is out there for you, and work on self-love first and foremost. Personal year number 3. Now this can be a really dynamic and fun year. One thing you need to know about the 3 year, especially as you go into the 3 year, is that it will accentuate whatever you're feeling and thinking, and especially your emotions. So if you're feeling good, it's going to really amplify that feel-good feeling. If you're feeling a bit sort of negative and sort of glass half empty, it's going to amplify that too. So, be aware of that. This is definitely a year to be creative, okay, to pursue any creative pursuits, activities, hobbies. Also, it's a time to be more social. It's a year to get out and about, have more fun, catch up with friends, make new friends, do things you may not normally do. Now, it seems insignificant and a waste of time for some people to have more fun, but as far as the law of attraction goes and manifesting, your goals and dreams, you've got to be of a high vibration consistently. And how do you get in a high vibration? It's to do with your thoughts and emotions, how you see the world, how you project your energy out to the world. And how do you feel good? By doing more of what makes you feel good. And the cool thing is, it doesn't matter what you do. It can be having a laugh with a friend that cheers you up. It could be reading books that make you feel alive. It could be walking out on the beach or walking in nature, doing yoga. It doesn't matter what it is. Just whatever it is that makes you feel good, do more of it. And this is also a year to express yourself. You've got to be your true, authentic self. You've got to speak your truth and say what you really think and really feel. And that's really going to help you to have a much better year in 2017. Personal year number 4. So this year is all about doing the work. It's about building a solid foundation in preparation for your future. It's about doing whatever needs to be done in your life to get it where it needs to be. For some people, this may be a strong focus in career, getting your career where you want it, building the foundation, whether that foundation comes from extra training, whether it comes from adopting systems and technology into your business, whether it comes from cold calling and building a new clientele. Other people, it may be building a solid foundation from within. I was in a 4-year last year, and wasn't so much business that I had to work on. I had to work on a lot of personal development and building a really strong foundation within myself. And that could be the same for you. It's about self-love. It's about recognizing those limiting beliefs and whatever's been holding you back in the past and moving through them so you can build a strong, solid foundation from within. One thing's for certain in the 4-year, it can sort of be a testing year in terms of patience. You're going to need to be patient. You're going to need to not force things to happen before their time. It's all about divine timing, not your timing. And obstacles and delays will come up. It can be frustrating, but the key thing here is to remember persistence and patience, to push through those obstacles, to keep a positive mindset, to know what's meant for me won't pass me by, to know that you will get there in the end and not give up, because you are being tested in terms of your dedication and commitment to your dreams or your goals. So remember that and bear that in mind, and don't give up, okay? Glass half full. Personal year number 5. Well, the 5-year is right in the middle of the 1-year and the 9-year. 1 year is always new beginnings, the 9 years always endings, and the 5 is right in the middle. And the 5-year is where life says, let's shake things up a bit. Let's change the playing field. So you can expect change. You can expect your life to take a different direction. And sometimes it's planned. Sometimes you feel it coming. And in fact, you even play a role in making those changes. You'll start to maybe get some itchy feet, might want to sort of make some significant changes in your life. And then other times it may be change that sort of comes from left field that you may not have seen coming. For some people, it's exciting and dynamic change and opportunities. And for others, it's like, I don't really want to go towards that change, but I kind of have no choice. All I can say to you is trust your path, trust your journey, trust life. There's not a conspiracy against you. It's just you're being pushed to where you need to be. So be open to that. Trust that. Have faith in yourself and have faith in life. It's got your back, okay? One thing's for certain in this 5-year, you want to do some new things. It's a very adventurous time. It's where, you're being encouraged to meet new people, do new things, go on some adventure, be free to be adventurous, be a bit more daring. One thing's for certain you've got to know as well is it can be a bit of a scattered energy. Don't have your finger in too many pies because things can easily spiral out of control. So only commit to things that you really know you can follow through with and that you really actually want to do. Otherwise, you'll look around. Next thing you know, you've put your hand up for like 10 different things and then you're stressing out because, there's too many things going on. Okay, and this can be a very exciting, dynamic year. Okay, personal year number 6. Okay, so the 6th year is all about being of service to other people. It's about being of service to the community, especially if you work in a service-based career, helping other people or doing anything that's being of assistance. It can be quite a busy year for you. And especially if you're self-employed, anybody out there that's looking to start their own business, offering a service, or is already in an existing business, it can be quite a favorable year for you. So be aware of that and start projecting out those positive thoughts and start believing that you're attracting good quality business. Other people for the 6, it may be being of service to family, friends, neighbors, colleagues, clients, whatever it is. It's the 6th year is asking you to, whatever comes up, to sort of be there, to be of service. It can be challenging in the way that I know when I was in my last 6 year, I was quite busy with work, and then the kids needed me. You know, one of my children, my daughter, was in hospital, and it was, you know, for about 3 weeks or something. It came from left field, and of course I was like, oh, this is inconvenient, but you know, you got to just drop everything. Family come first, you know, people in need come first. At the same time, determining your boundaries and limits too. You know, don't let yourself be taken for granted. Sort of have those strong boundaries and make sure you stay balanced. Another good thing about the 6 year is it can be a favorable year for business all around. So you can do quite well with making money. Not everyone will, though, of course, so don't take that as gospel and then attack me later if you lost some money. Just kidding. Another thing to know, it's a year where it will shine the light on relationships. And those relationships can be with anybody. They can be with your partner and loved one. They could be with friends, work colleagues. Whatever's been brewing beneath the surface is going to come up to be resolved. Like it's gonna rise up. So be aware of that, because it's giving you an opportunity to sort of set things in motion, to be able to work towards making a relationship better. If relationships are unhealthy and you're not really meant to stay any longer, you'll find that you will be separated, or you'll be really having a strong desire to move away from that. You know, people make up, break up, and improve relationships in a 6 year. Singles can find love too. You know, it is the number of love and relationships. So if you are single and looking for love, be proactive. Start visualizing on a daily basis, seeing yourself with someone special that understands you, that gets you, and sort of get off the couch and get out and about. Maybe try some online dating apps. Be positive about it though. Don't be desperate, and don't sort of put everything into it hoping that it's going to be the be all and end all. Take it lightheartedly and believe, if I'm going to meet someone through this system, then I will. And if not, you won't. Okay? But you do need to be proactive, and you do need to be positive about yourself and what you have to offer others and how valuable you are as a person. Personal year number 7. It's pretty much mostly about personal development and spiritual development. And a lot of people that I explain that to, that are heading into a 7 year, kind of go, oh, lame, that's a bit boring. I want something more exciting than that. But really, don't underestimate how special the 7 year actually is, because all the work that you do on the inside is going to reflect on the outside in terms of the circumstances and opportunities that come to you in your everyday life. And you will start to see results of that this year if you do start doing that work, and especially next year when you're in the 8 year of manifestation. Okay, and so this is a year to go within, spend a lot of time, you know, working on yourself. Ask yourself these questions. Who am I? Where am I going in life? What's the meaning of my life? What do I want from life? What's holding me back from getting it? You know, what's making me unhappy? And how can I change these things? You know, you're going to ask those big questions this year as you just go about your normal business. Also, it's a great year to sort of get closer to what you believe spiritually. You know, a spiritual faith can really help you, especially through challenging times when you're thinking, why me? And what the hell is this all about? You know, having a belief that we're souls that are here to learn, grow, and evolve, and this is just a life experience on my journey. It's not a conspiracy against me. Life's not hunting me down to punish me. It's just part of my journey as a human being on planet Earth. You know, it can really help you to get through. Can be a really fulfilling year, especially if you are positive about yourself, positive about life, have that sort of philosophical, spiritual mindset that I just explained a moment ago. You can really have some amazing things happen this year. Big aha moments, big breakthroughs. By the end of this year, you'll be a completely different person if you do the work, and you'll say, wow, look how far I've come. I'm ready to take the world by storm, and it's just in time for the 8 year that you'll be in 2018, where you can manifest whatever it is you've been working on. So let's talk about that 8 personal year now for those who are in an 8 year in 2017. So the 8 year is a year of money, career, personal empowerment, and Manifestation. So first thing I recommend to anybody in an 8-year is familiarize yourself with the law of attraction and the universal laws, the laws of manifestation, the law of gratitude and appreciation. You know, this number 8 is a very powerful manifestation number in terms of attracting whatever it is that you're projecting out. So you're going to attract whatever you focus your attention on the most. So you want to make sure that you focus most of your attention on the things you want in your life, and try not to focus too much attention on what you don't want or the absence of what you want, because you're going to attract more of that. Okay? So ask yourself, especially when you catch yourself being negative, oh, well, now I know what I don't want. What do I want? And turn it round and start giving energy to that desire and those wishes and those, you know, the way you would like your life to be. Start imagining what that would be like and giving that more energy, thinking about that more every day. This is a great year for business and business accomplishments and achievements. Be positive about your ability to be successful in your career. Some people will have career changes. Some people will have just new developments, new opportunities in their existing career. It's a good year that you can make money. It all depends on the energy you've been projecting out about money and career for the past 7 years, because it's not just what you're projecting out now that the 8-year will manifest. It's what you've been projecting out for the last 7 years. So be aware of that. It's not too late to turn the ship around though, if you have been quite sort of negative and glass half empty for the past 7 years. What else can I tell you about the 8-year? Big lessons can be learned, and they can be really good, powerful lessons. So take them, you know, go full on, head down, bum up, take the world by storm, and really be positive about yourself and your life and your future, okay? And last, but by certainly no means least, we've got the 9 personal year, and this is a year of endings and completion, but don't be afraid of that, because where one door closes, it's only so another better, new and improved door can open. So this can be a really awesome year. In fact, in my 9-year, the biggest dream of my entire life came true. God, I hope I don't cry, I get a bit emotional whenever I think about this, because it is the best, most exciting thing that ever happened to me in my life, was I got a publishing contract with Hay House, which is probably the biggest dream I've ever had in my life. It's transformed my life. That was like, God, 5 years ago or something, and I'm still on a high. So, you know, the 9-year says, whatever you've been working on for the past 8 years can come to fruition this year. So it's a payback year, a year where really awesome things can happen for you. So be positive. Let go of what no longer works for you. Don't be afraid. What people often do is we hold on to what we know, to what we're familiar with, because we feel comfortable in that. But it's not always what's best for us. We're so busy holding on to what's not working. We're not freeing ourselves up for the new, better opportunities that are coming. And that's what that 9-year is encouraging you to do. It's saying, have the courage to let go and be open to new beginnings. And just even energetically, by just taking that action of letting go, these new beginnings can flow into your life. These new opportunities, new people, new options, new exciting events. So be aware of that. It's also a year of transformation. It's a year where you can go from the chrysalis to the butterfly. You won't know yourself by the end of this year. Okay, so all I can say to you is don't be afraid. Be open to what's in store for you and be positive. Okay, and if anybody out there is interested in numerology and you would like to know more about your own numerology chart, your forecasting numbers and the numbers from your birth certificate, name and date of birth that tell us your life purpose, your destiny, your soul's journey, it's the blueprint of your life, the challenges that are going to hold you back, what your future potential is for success, and what's coming up and in your life at any given time, then you can learn numerology from any of these numerology books I've written, or Hay House have an online numerology course, a video course where you can see videos of me talking to you and teaching you numerology, and it's very simple and easy to understand. And I cannot stress enough how beneficial numerology has been in my personal life, which is why I'm so passionate about it and passionate about teaching it, but how much of a benefit it can be in your life in terms of self-awareness and self-understanding and better understanding of of other people and improving your relationships with people around you. If you're a life coach or work with people in any way, it's going to give you a deeper insight into them and how they tick and what's going on in their life. Or even if you're a parent, or you just like people and you want to know more about them, or you're a psychic reader, or you do card readings or energy work or anything mind, body, spirit related. It's a powerful tool to give you more intuitive insight into the people you're working with. So I will leave that with you. Thank you so much for listening, and I wish you a very, very happy, safe, balanced, prosperous, and magical 2017, okay? Take care. Bye.